Were there weird words in pre-Hispanic times? However, yes, there were, and we'll discover them in this video. A swear word, according to a standard dictionary, is a way to express discourtesy or lack of attention and respect. It can also imply rudeness, ignorance, and the quality of being offensive or impolite. We can also include the concept of insult, which is a word or action the speaker uses intentionally to offend another individual or group. These two concepts are very broad, and honestly, almost any word or action could be used as a swear word or insult. That's why all cultures have had them, including, of course, pre-Hispanic cultures. But it's hard to distinguish the Asian insults or swear words from that time because most of the information we have comes from the Spanish. Some of the insults or swear words that you'll see later use Spanish terms which were supposedly used back then as insults. But whether these concepts are 100% accurate or not, they show us a very different atmosphere from the one some people tend to idealize. Contrary to the belief that a utopia or equality existed in every social level, or that pre-Hispanic societies were ahead of their time in terms of modern tolerance, the truth is that the insults and swear words recorded show the exact opposite. Let's start with a very clear class division, and unfortunately, as in most cases, our main information comes from the Mexica. They were divided into the Pipiltin, nobles, and the Masehuales, commoners. This shows real social divisions where a few benefit from the majority. In fact, the word Masehual itself could be used as an insult between social classes. Also, in terms of language, the Nahuatl spoken by the Pipiltin was not the same as that spoken by the Masehuales. It was even considered rude for a Masehual to speak like a noble, as recorded in the Florentine Codex. When someone spoke using words that weren't theirs, perhaps with Huehuetlatoli or Pillatoli, and if that person was just a Masehual, they would say, "Are those really your words? Your song? You shouldn't speak like that." So, it was considered rude for a simple Masehual to speak like the nobles. But even among Masehuales, there were divisions, in what are now called neighborhoods, but were once calpuli. There was a sense of distance and distrust towards outsiders, not just from other cultures, but even from within the same Mexica capital. Someone outside the core group was seen as a possible threat, even if they belonged to the same broader social group. Now, speaking of more specific words that could be considered swear words or insults, let's look at the Spanish use of the word dog. As Hernán Cortés once said when complaining that Moctezuma was not feeding them, "Go to hell, dog. He doesn't even want to open a market or send us food. Dog" could be an insult, and in the pre-Hispanic context, there are examples of the word being used in a derogatory way too. Another aspect of swear words was sexuality. There was an emphasis of sexual allusions, especially toward women's bodies, and even gender itself, something that would not please a modern feminist. For example, they refer to Moctezuma this way: "What is that scoundrel Moctezuma saying? He's a woman of the Spaniards, for he gave himself to them out of sheer fear and put us all in this mess. We don't want to obey him." Other sources refer to Moctezuma as effeminate, after the fall of Tenochtitlan. So, gender equality was clearly lacking, since female figures and their body parts could be used as insults. Homosexuality, likewise, could be used as an insult and even punishable. If two men were caught in the act, they were stoned immediately. If reported and investigated, they were executed by crushing their heads between two heavy slabs. Let's now look at more insults in this example. Get away, scoundrel, little man, or I'll push you. Go away, dog, or I'll kick you. Or wet your nose. Get lost. Fool. Clumsy one. Fat masewal. Fat orphan. Who are you? Who do you know? Turkey. Here we can see that dog, fatness, being loud like a turkey, unintelligent, or an orphan could all be used as insults. Body parts, especially female ones, were also used offensively. Shaking big butt, starving butt. Oh, she wants to go around showing off over people's faces, showing her leg. Promiscuity was highly criticized and only accepted in special cases. Most women were expected to be modest. She sings well, speaks well, converses well, replies well, begs well. Words are not something to be bought. Don't be mute or dumb. And for those who were not modest, here came the insult barrage. What are you saying, little pleasure woman? Are you my concubine? Oh, little woman with messy bangs, with disheveled hair, enough. Her mouth is shut. She is a wicked little reckless one. One who enters the house skinned. She eats nothing, has no chili, has no salt. He has an itchy butt, a hungry butt. Ah, go away. Do you intend to be a clown in public? How will you turn us out? Do you rise to become the queen of the state? You are a wicked little woman, unfit with people. Get out, go. We even find the Florentine Codex in other terms mean to offend, like islactly or tenqualactly, speed, phalang, words used to describe liars or slanderers. Children or adults who were unruly were called rabbits or deer, because they obey no one. A person with no profession was called Ompa Onkisa Tlatikpak, has nowhere to stand. Words for waste or poor agent were also used as insults. Quitlat, feces, excrement. Tata paquitlapol, reggae feces. For a man, the worst insult was anything that changed his masculinity. Effeminate, homosexual, cowardly, little gay. Here's another list of Nahuatl insults. And this is just what was recorded. Words like orphan, fat, woman or homosexual could be major insults, even if they seem innocent today. And that's not even counting gestures, which were also used but not always recorded. All this shows that our ancestors could be just as polite and as rude as we are today.